The presenter of Arsenal Fan TV. That's a very good morning to Robbie Lyle. Robbie, good morning.
Morning, Robbie.
Yeah, good morning, a very good morning.
A very good morning to you, my friend. Now, your team has started with two victories. What did you think of last night's performance? Pleased with the result, obviously.
Yeah, I was at the game and I thought it was a very dogged performance by Arsenal. I thought we were completely dominating the game up until the red card, and then the red card happened and I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
And then but after that we really dug in, and I thought we defended brilliantly after that. And I think, you know, speaking to a lot of fans after the game, everybody was sort of saying the same thing. 2 years ago we draw or lose that game. You know what I mean? The raw. I've been at Selhurst Park many a times when, you know, their crowd, they get right behind the team and lift them. And a couple of years ago, I feel that's the sort of game we draw or lose. But now there's a real steal to us. And I think Declan Rice last night was absolutely brilliant. And yeah, I thought I was really impressed with the way we won it ugly in the end.
Was he your best player, Robbie, for you last night, Declan?
Yeah, I think Declan, and I thought Eddie and Ketcher running really close as well, because I think he should have scored that goal where he tried to chip. I think he made the wrong decision on that. But obviously, Ali will know more than me. He's a striker. Yeah. But apart from that, he was electric yesterday. And we've got to say hats off to this kid, because every time he comes in for Jesus, he always delivers. I was really impressed with him yesterday. He won the penalty as well. But what I like about Declan Rice, he's everywhere. He breaks up play, but then he's got so much quality. His passing's great. He looks after the ball. He never panics. And I think we've really made a great signing. I know it's a lot of money, but he's what we needed. And I was really impressed with Declan Rice yesterday.
I've got to share, over looking at the Arsenal, I think the recruitment arguably has been, out the top clubs, has been the best. Do you think you've got enough this year to go to the next step? I mean, I thought Arsenal had a brilliant, I've got to be honest, I thought they had a brilliant season last year. People say they bottled it. I absolutely do not say that at all. I think Manchester City won it. I think Manchester City's form at the end of the season was fantastic. Do you think with your signings have enough to go the full way this year, mate?
I'd still possibly like to see maybe one more come in, and it's a big setback as well with his Jurriën Timber injury, because I mean I watched him throughout pre-season and he was absolutely brilliant. He's probably the best of our signings. You know, so versatile, can play so many different positions, and was really impressing. And you know, that's a big setback. I think, do we go into the market to try and bring in someone to replace him? And also, what do we do if Saka's out? That's the only other thing that worries me sometimes. We don't really have a backup for, well, we're kind of doing it. I guess I'm disrespecting Reece Nelson a bit, because he came in and done brilliantly last season. But maybe somebody can play as in that right-hand attacking position. But I do think we've got a good squad. But we are up against Man City. I think it's still strengthening, you know,
yeah.
so...
I think
and Liverpool and the other teams.
I think as well, Robbie, now I think you've all accepted as Arsenal fans, the players know, the manager's always been insistent on it. You are now ready to have a right go at winning it. Last season was a brilliant season. At the start of last season, there wouldn't have been too many of you, even the ardent Arsenal fans would have thought they're going to run it as close as they actually did. But this time round, now, you go into this season knowing full well you got a proper chance to win this division.
Yeah, no, I mean, and the expectations have gone up. You know, I mean, you know, before the game yesterday, you speak to fans, literally everybody's like, yeah, 3 points tonight. You know what I mean? I know going to Crystal Palace over the years, a lot of fans have been like, I'll take a point. Yeah. You don't really hear that much no more. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, 3 points tonight at Palace, you know? So, and it's a difficult place to go to. So, yeah, no, I think the expectations have really gone up. And you look throughout a squad, we've got a very good squad. You know, I mean, just players like Trossard who didn't even get on last night, Emile Smith-Rowe, you know, so we've got a very good squad. But it's going to be a bit different this year as well, because remember, we've got Champions League football. We didn't really have that last year, you know, so how's that going to play out? You know, there's going to be different tests for us this year. But I do think, looking at the signings, they've all looked like they've sort of come in and they look at home. which is a good sign. Now, it's only 2 games in, but they look at, like Declan Rice in particular, and as I said, Urian Timber, they both looked so at home. You know what I mean? Like, they've been playing for us for like 6 months.
Yeah.
So it bodes well.
Where are you next, Robbie? Where Arsenal go next?
Fulham. We've got Fulham at home. We've got a chance to get off to a really good start because we've got Fulham at home next. And, you know, they've been struggling a bit. They've lost Mitrovic as well. So we're kind of playing them at a good time. And then after that, we've got Man United at home. We've got a good record at home against Man United anyway, but they've had a bit of struggles as well. So I think, you know, we've got a chance to get off to, you know, until, you know, after that, it's an international break. Got a chance to get off to a really good start this season.
Yeah.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.